Hey, this is a hobby update on my project of building the African Auxiliary Pioneer Corps. Um, that gave me the opportunity of getting a few boxes that I really love, and they have arrived. So I'm starting the process of actually figuring out how it all is going to go together because I know it's going to be a kit bash. I like kit bashing, right? So I ordered another box of Perry Desert Rats. This is my absolute favorite box of all time. I have bought, this is my like fifth box of something like that of these guys. Absolutely brilliant. Love them to bits. So, and I know I'm going to kit bash these quite a lot. Like the others, I've just more or less assembled as were, but this one is going to be cut significantly to bits and reassembled. So that is going to happen. I also got myself a box of Rubicon, the stowage. This one is a German stowage. I'm not that fussed. At least in the desert, people were using each other's equipment non-stop. This is going to be really useful for boxes and just random stuff that I want people to be carrying. Because I want my African auxiliaries to be carrying loads of, like, they're going to be weighed down. And I also got this one, somebody has already been at this, so this is an Allied that I got secondhand. So, yeah. So a bunch of these different packs, they're going to go together brilliantly, I hope. Today I'm going to use some blue tack to assemble and sort of dry fit some of the things that I want to do, and I'll just take you down a bit and you can see what I'm doing. So here on this little box I have my Perry Desert Rats. I have a bunch of these. I got some 3D prints and also some of the barrels that were in the Rubicon sets. Jerry cans. Jerry cans I think are going to be really useful because they're really fairly easy to attach to a hand, right? So these jerry cans, I think I'm going to use a lot of those. There's some stowage as well. Most of it I think is going to go like either one guy might be, it might be attached to his back. He might carry like this huge pack or something. I think everyone is going to get something that they are carrying on their bags. I also have these things, which are actually from, is it from Frostgrave, I think, or something like that? Another plastic kit I have somewhere in my huge collection of plastics. And from that I got these, which are ropes. So they are going to be really useful. A lot of my guys are going to be having ropes on their backs because you always need rope, don't you? Like this, right? And there are also some like different backpacks that look a little bit different from the usual stuff. I like that. I like a little bit of difference and variety. Also got a huge pile of shovels and picks from the Perry miniature set here. They are going to be useful as well. And I've already sort of picked out a few bits and bobs. Now I'm still waiting to see if I can get a hold of some African heads. But I do have quite a lot of spears, so that is not going to be a problem. So I'm going to try and blue tag some of these together and we can sort of see where it goes. So the only thing I'm doing here is I'm basically putting a huge blob of blue tack onto my minis, then attaching the arms where I think I want them to go. This is actually a German arm saluting, and he's going to use that to hold on to something here. And then we'll attach the other arm, so that is going to go there somewhere. And then something. I haven't really decided yet, but it might be a huge beam of this. This is just a matchstick. Right. A little out of scale. I might find something different for him to carry, but you know, you might need a big chunk of wood somewhere in your camp. So he might be carrying this. This, I think, is one of the poses that I'm going to go for. Next one that I think I'm going to do is going to be one of them who is more or less in a fighting position. So I'll grab another of these Perry torsos here. Now he's going to get a left arm that's just, you know, Perry. His right arm. Now I have a bunch of these spears from my ancients. I've cut some of them down a little because some of them are too long to be assegais, which I want them to be. So, and I've cut a Perry miniature arm. I don't know if you can see that. I cut the arm in half, so he'll have shirt sleeves, and then attached to that is going to go an assegai spear, more or less. More or less like that, I think. So doing this dry fitting, I can already see how it's going to come together, what it's going to look like, which is a really satisfying process for me. I really like this. Then I think I'm going to go and get myself someone carrying some stuff here. So here I have a Napoleonic. I still need to grind it down a bit so the cuffs don't show quite as much detail. But it's a bucket. And I mean, who doesn't need a bucket, right? Oh. Is that right on? Yeah, it isn't. It's supposed to go on the right side, not the left. Right, here we go. So a bucket, and he's going to get, and this arm is from a partisan kit. It's one of the arms that attached to some sort of rifle. And then I'm going to cut this, do it live. I'm going to cut this and attach the hand of this spear. So now I have the spear without the arm. Some blue tack here. See how it all goes together. Because some of these African auxiliaries were issued with assegais, so of course mine are going to have spears. Right. That sort of looks okay, doesn't it? You can have it a little bit more upright, I guess. But still carrying that bucket. A bucket and a spear. That goes well. Let's see. I will do one who's carrying... Oh, this one is a funny one, isn't it? I'll do one here who's carrying a big sack over his shoulder. So I have this sack, which actually goes in the Frostgrave pack, I think. And I have an arm here that I'm not sure what it's from. It's from maybe an American pack or something. It has a hand that's supposed to be firing a rifle. It's not going to fire that rifle. It's going to hold this like that, I think. So see? Suddenly he's holding a sack over his shoulder, Santa Claus style. And in the other hand, just grabbing some more blue tack here. The other hand, he's going to be carrying a jerry can. like this. Heavy load for this poor guy. So I am going to continue working on these guys. I have an idea for one guy maybe carrying a machine gun over his shoulder like the first one I did here, or the last one I did here. I have a bunch of these arms from the Perry Miniatures set carrying Bren guns. I don't use that many Bren guns, so they are going to be attached to jerry cans. Someone is just going to drag those along. I even have an idea that one of them might maybe have a jerry can over his shoulder. I have another of these buckets. So I'm going to continue work on all this, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.